Melbourne. Melbourne is one of the funkiest cities in Australia. From its cool architecture to its robust art scene with hip cafes and music, Melbourne is often considered the cultural capital of Australia. Its narrow lanes covered in world-class street art hide beautiful cafes and beer gardens. There's so much to see and do in this place, and today I want to share with you some of my favorite things about Melbourne so you can know the best things to see during your visit. Vibrant, elegant and multicultural, Australia's second largest metropolis frequently tops the list of world's most livable cities. Swanston Street. During the day, walking from Flinders Street station at one end right down to Latrobe Street can give you a fantastic taste of Melbourne city life. From beautiful architecture to fantastic shopping and more, Swanston Street in Melbourne has many highlights. You will often see street acts in between Little Collins Street and Brook Street, which are always entertaining. It's a must for tourists, shoppers, and those who want a taste of Melbourne city life. There really are nicer places in Melbourne, but this is a good starting point. We started at Melbourne Town Hall and walked into the city. You'll pass the Flinders Street end. Hosier Lane. Walk down the famous Bluestone Laneway and admire the street art that has made the Melbourne urban art scene known across the globe. Take in the dizzying array of colors, characters, and shapes created by locals and international artists alike. St. Paul's Cathedral. St. Paul's Cathedral is an Anglican cathedral in Melbourne. It is Cathedral Church of Diocese of Melbourne and the seat of the Archbishop of Melbourne, who is also the Metropolitan Archbishop of the Province of Victoria. It is one of the Melbourne's major architectural landmarks. Flinders Street Railway Station. The main entrance to Flinders Street Station is a picturesque cultural symbol of Melbourne you'll find on many postcards or tourist brochures. This gorgeous building was opened in 1910 and is listed on the Victorian Heritage Register. Inside you'll find Australia's busiest railway station, a small shopping area with tasty food options and easy walking access to South Bank. Federation Square. Across the road, Federation Square is another Melbourne icon, with a unique and fascinating architectural design, making the square quite unlike anything you've seen before. Once you're at the square, make sure that you visit the Australian Centre of the Moving Image, which has hosted fascinating displays on subjects such as claymation and Ian Porter's Central Art Gallery. It is increasingly hard to imagine Melbourne without Federation Square. As a home to major cultural attractions, world-class events, tourism experiences, and an exceptional array of restaurants, bars, and specialty stores, this modern piazza has become city's meeting place. As we continue to walk along the Vieira River towards Eureka Towers, the scene is beautiful as the city shows its true color and view of skyscrapers are breathtaking. After a few walks away, we see this bridge. The bridge affords stunning views of the city skyline and prominent iconic landmarks such as 88th floor Eureka Skydeck, Rialto Towers, Flinders Street Station and South Gates. which are all littered along the stretch of the Yarra River. It is a pleasant walk with no stairs and allows you to catch the breeze of the river and see lights of the buildings. Eureka Skydeck. The Eureka Tower stands at 91 stories above ground in the heart of South Bank. The skyscraper's gold crown and gold-plated windows add to the theme and literally sparkle when the sun catches the top of the building. Skydeck on the 88th floor affords the highest public view in any building in the southern hemisphere. As we are heading back to our Airbnb, we sight an event going on just next to the Shrine of Remembrance. Shrine of Remembrance. The Shrine of Remembrance is a war memorial in Melbourne. Located in King's Domain on St Kilda Road, it was built to honour the men and women of Victoria who served in World War I. So we grabbed some beer from the shop and headed to the event to explore the Aussie culture and way of partying. Melbourne is renowned for its festivals. Day 2. As we are staying near Melbourne City Hall, so we started our day from Chinatown and we headed for MCG tour. On the way we explored Parliament House and St Patrick's Cathedral. Chinatown, Melbourne. Chinatown is an ethnic enclave in the central business district of Melbourne. Centered at the eastern end of Little Brook Street, it extends between the corners of Swanston and Spring Streets and consists of numerous laneways, alleys and arcades. Melbourne's Chinatown has played an important role in establishing the culture of Chinese immigrants in Australia and is still home to many Chinese restaurants, cultural venues, businesses and places of worship. Today, Melbourne's Chinatown is a major tourist attraction known for its architectural heritage, annual festivals and cuisines of Chinese, Thai, Japanese, Indian, Malaysian, Vietnamese and Korean origins. Parliament House. Parliament House is the meeting place of the Parliament of Victoria, one of the parliaments of the Australian states and territories. Located on Spring Street on the edge of Hoddle Grid, the grand colonnaded front dominates the vista up to Brook Street. St Patrick's Cathedral. The Cathedral Church and minor basilica of St Patrick's is the Cathedral Church of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Melbourne and the seat of its Archbishop, currently Peter Comensoli. St Patrick's has the distinction of being both the tallest and overall the largest church building in Australia. Melbourne Cricket Ground. The Melbourne Cricket Ground bills itself as the Australia's favourite stadium, with good reason. Melbourne is a sports mad city and the MCG is the centre of the action. Home to the Melbourne Cricket Club, the stadium also plays host to the widely popular AFL, as well as international soccer, rugby and various other events. Originally built in 1853, the stadium has been renewed many times and is the largest stadium in Australia, as well as being the 10th largest in the world. The record for the largest crowd at MCG is around 130,000 people. The MCG is also home to the Australian Gallery of Sports and Olympic Museum. Melbourne is the sporting capital of Australia, so it's no surprise that a sports stadium numbers among the city's top tourist attractions. Commonwealth Games, the birthplace of Test cricket and the home of Australian rules footballs, the G's, is woven into the fabric of Melbourne. Daily 75-minute tours take tourists for a trip down a memory lane of great moments in sporting history and incorporate the National Sports Museum, including Australian Gallery of Sports and Olympic Museum. You can also catch a game of cricket in summer or football during winter. Hope you liked the video. Please like, share and comment.